Who's your oppressor? Who runs the earth right now?
Who runs the what?
Who runs the earth right now? Don't worry about that. It's just a bucket. Who runs the earth right now?
The devil.
Oh, who's the devil?
The devil. The evil.
I'm a freer mind because Christianity has not freed your mind.
Right.
Your white man is a devil.
General YAHANNA have the vaccine. General my man have the vaccine. Big Captain Mashak got the vaccine. Hey, Nayatap got the vaccine. Hey, Abada one got the vaccine. Hey, Akaya got the vaccine. Bakawar got the vaccine. Hey. Ever since it's a COVID-19, everybody does a talk about vaccine. One to the vaccine when the pot clean. Sufferation need vaccine. Me say vaccine. Vaccine.
Shalom, Raleigh. We're the I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the leadership and the guidance of Commanding General YAHANNA. And we've been teaching this truth since 1969. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group, and we are out here for the blacks, the Hispanics, and the so-called Native Indians today. This is the whole of the truth. And today what we're going to be talking about is who did Christ actually die for? Did Christ die for everyone, or did he die for specific people? Why is this important? Because we got a lot of people, especially today, taking claim to this Bible, thinking that Christ died for everybody, and taking on some of the blessings that does not belong to them. Brother, if you can start in the book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. Go ahead and get that for me. So that's what we're going to learn today. Who did Christ for? Did Christ die for? And did he die for everybody? Read on.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying.
Right, so these 12, Christ sent forth. He commanded them. Now who are these 12 that they're talking about? They're talking about the 12 disciples or the 12 apostles that were following Christ. And he gave them, he commanded them. Commanding means giving an order. And let's see what he said.
Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
He said, go not into the way of the Gentiles. Now you know you got to understand how Christ spoke back then. He spoke intelligently, and he only spoke for certain people to be able to understand what he was speaking. So he said, go not into the way of the Gentiles. Now, we got to ask ourselves this question, what is a Gentile? A Gentile, as we know, and you can look this up in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary yourself, it just means a non-Israelite. So if you take a look at our signs that are up here, these are the 12 tribes of Israel. So if you are not considered an Israelite, then you are considered a non-Israelite, which is a Gentile. Sometimes. But in this particular context, he's talking about non-Israelites. So let's read that again, that part.
Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Go not into the way of the Gentiles. He means don't talk to we're not going to go into the non-Israelite ways and teach. Read on.
And into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not.
Or any other city of the Samaritans, enter ye not. Now why is he saying this? These are not the people we need to be speaking to or talking to. Well, let's figure out who we're going to be speaking to or who are we going to be talking to and talking about. Read on.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
But what?
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Now what is another name for rather? Instead. So rather or instead, go where?
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
But rather go into the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now we got to ask ourselves, who is the lost sheep? Who are the lost sheep? That makes a big difference now today. The lost sheep are the people today, the blacks, Hispanics, and the so-called Native Indians. They don't know their identity. They don't know that this Bible is speaking specifically about them. Those are the lost sheep. These are the people today who go around on drugs, not knowing who they are according to this Bible. That's what Christ is talking about. The lost sheep of what?
Of Israel, of the house of Israel.
Right, of the house of Israel. So when you think about a house, what is in a house? People that make up that house. The certain people that are in that house, but this specifically says the house of Israel. So we know that Israel as you read in the Bible, you can learn about those when you come into the I.S.U.P.K, the different tribes. The Israelites consist of the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. All these people that you see over here on this tribe right here that make up Israel. So this house of Israel are the lost sheep. Let's read that one more time.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right. Let's get verse 7.
And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Right, and as ye go, meaning when you get ready to go preach, as it stated before, Christ gave these disciples a mission. So if you wonder why we're out here, the I.S.U.P.K, the same thing that the disciples were given a mission to do is the same thing passed down from generation to go and continue to teach and preach this truth to our people, right? And as you go, preach or teach, saying,
the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Whose kingdom? The Most High God's kingdom. This is originally what the Most High God originally wanted from the start. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, their kingdom. But this is the kingdom to come.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Right. So when they're preaching, let them know to our people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, thy kingdom, that this is the kingdom to come. We have a responsibility. This is who Christ died for. This is our mission. Brother, we can go ahead and get the book of Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. Now we're going to learn a little bit more. When Christ was being brought to this earth, he had a specific mission. And his mission is going to kind of coincide with what we just read.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
Right, and she shall bring forth a son. Now, who is the she that this is talking about? This she is talking about Mary, Christ's mother. Now, why is that important to know? Because we get some of the lies nowadays from the Christian church or in society where some immaculate conception where Christ was just born. But this is saying that she, meaning Mary, had what?
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Right, so she shall bring forth a son. So she's bringing forth a son. And how does a woman bring forth a son? Through birth, right? But what has to happen first? There has to have, of course, intercourse for that to happen between a man and a woman. Read on.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
Right, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now, whose people? Did it say everyone?
Shall save his people from their sins.
Right, shall save his people from his sins. So you got to ask yourself, who is Christ's people? Right. Who is his people? Right. Those people that you see on this sign right here, that consists of the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Indians. The 12 tribes of Israel is his people, not everyone. Let's read that from the top one more time.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins.
Right, save his people from their sins. And we know his is possessive. Now I know this world we call him Christ or Jesus Christ, but we ignorantly call him that. But when you come into the I.S.U.P.K school, you'll learn the proper pronunciation in the Hebrew, what Christ's name when he walked the earth. And his name is YAHANNA.
That's right.
Understand that.
Yeah, right.
Understand that. He is going to save his people. This is very important to understand. Christ didn't die for everybody. And who is his people? Like we said before, it's the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Indians. That makes up the 12 tribes of Israel.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're one